I know we were expecting some new developments this weekend, but some of them have failed quality control. Make sure you indicate what you'd like redeveloped via the workstation.
Okay, what's going on, guys? It's Cats here, and as you can see here, we have two failed upgrades. Gonna have wet weather for qualifying. It's not looking good here for China so far. We're gonna quickly just get redevelopment started on these upgrades here, so they'll be here for the next episode. Yeah, welcome back to the third episode of Career Mode. So far, still keeping it daily, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, I think we should just get straight into qualifying. We do get an aero upgrade as well, because we got an aero upgrade for this weekend, so we can get another one for Spain, I believe, which is in 2 races, so that should be Friday or Saturday. Yeah, wet weather for the full duration of qualifying. We're going to start our lap here. The first sector we're 1/10 off Nico Hulkenberg. Going a little bit wide there, coming in through this corner here. It's very tricky conditions. Got a little bit wide here, and on the rejoining of the track, we nearly spin out. End up going off the track. Daniel Ricciardo, so that's the fastest lap meanwhile. Crossing the finish line, 2.9 seconds off pole. So we're gonna, I realised that we actually had enough fuel, so I'm going with low fuel modes. I'm going in standard fuel mode for this lap, and I'm still 4/10 up and still gaining. Now we're about almost 2 seconds up because we went past that place where we nearly spun without spinning, without making a mistake. They're coming in here with a 2.2 second improvement, puts us in provisional P5, and after this I was like, okay, I'm in a safe place now. On the entry of the pits, we make a huge mistake there, kind of lose the rear on the entry, and yeah, as you can see there, just spun into the wall. I mean, it's not really anything you do about that. Luckily it's only qualifying, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I felt very comfortable here, so I decided to skip to the end. But apparently everyone decided that it would be a good idea to go on Inters and suddenly be a few seconds quicker, so we end up actually being 17th. Ricardo, Vettel, me, Hulkenberg, Perez, and Sirotkin all fall into that trap. Yeah, going into the race now. Take it away, Crofty.
Felipe Massa passed Jenson Button into turn 1 at the very first Chinese Grand Prix in 2004. Shanghai has consistently provided close racing and extraordinary memories. It's where Lewis Hamilton effectively lost the title in his rookie year, and it's where Nico Rosberg claimed Mercedes' first win of the modern era in 2012.
Alright, so here we have the starting grid. Hamilton first, Raikkonen second, and Bottas third. That's the top 3. Stoffel Van Dorn 11th, us in 16th. Esteban Ocon's got a time penalty, not time penalty, a grid penalty. We're going for a 1 stop on lap 5, I believe. But yeah, here we are, ready for the start of the race. 5 red lights, and it is lights out and away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix of the 2018 F1 Career Mode season thingy I'm doing here. We'll get off to a terrible start as usual, not really space to dive up the inside, but suddenly a big gap opens, so we just shoot up the inside, suddenly side by side with our teammate, running for P12 after being 17th or 16th in the entry of the corner. I go side by side with him here, almost get it done, but he's still there, so I have to go a little bit off the track. He keeps it though, he still goes for it, but we get him up the inside here, maybe yellow flags. That is Sirotkin out of the race, I do believe. No, not Sirotkin, Nico Hulkenberg. Going on the outside of Van Dorn here, turning to the inside. What about Stroll? Can we get him as well? Maybe for a very, very late move here. We try going for it, fail, and end up going off the track here. I decided to not just cut onto the track immediately and just stay off the track a little bit, as that would be quicker. But yeah, we get a way better run than Stroll into that corner there. Final long right-hander, or as I'd like to call it, the second snail, onto the straight here. But it looks like he's catching up to us with that Mercedes power engine, third best engine on the grid compared to our second worst, I believe. Yeah, we do get him on the braking though here. Have a little bit of different helmet design as well coming into this weekend, I just remembered. They go immensely wide here, way too much throttle applied. The start of lap 3 here. not really room to dive up the inside of Hartley, but again here, just like in lap 1 with some of the others, big gap opens on the inside. I take the opportunity. You could hear a little bit of contact there. I think he turned in on me, but it's fine. None of us lost anything by it. I mean, he lost a position. Here we go behind Leclerc now. We go off again at the same corner. At this point I was like thinking, do I have damage after the collision with Hartley, like the very light contact, but we didn't. Yeah, going on to the straight here, DRS on Charles Leclerc. We kind of try to trick him here, see if we can trick him to believe we're going on the outside, so he can block off over there, leave us more room up the inside. Didn't quite buy it, but we still go up the inside of him. We're now P9 after starting P16. Charles Leclerc might be going back on us, but we do get it fair and square, no contact, no nothing. You go for lap 4, up the inside of Roman Grosjean on a very late move here. Throw up the hand from frustration after some, after quite a bit of touching there between the two of us. DRS on Pierre Gasly here, seeing if we can get him here into the hairpin. We do, but we go very, very wide here, almost pushing him off the track as well. I'm sure he's not happy with that. They're going into the pits here. Now, notice this. We're in front of Pierre Gasly as we go into the pits. But yeah, we go in here, get a good old stop. Just like last time we had a pit stop, which is in Australia. We got held, and we did it again here. And now Gasly is rejoining the track in front of us. So he's jumped us in the pits, and he's actually the reason we didn't get released. Yeah, on the straight now here, Daniel Ricciardo's almost going to get past us here. He probably is going to get past us. We do try to block him off here. Give him a little room on the outside, but I'm pretty sure there was contact with him and me there, so that's why I went so deep into the corner. We're now very close to Pierre Gasly here, going for that same move that we've done 3 times now, I think. Only one of the times it's been successful. 2 other times we've done that where we haven't made it and then gone wide in the next corner. Daniel Ricciardo on the inside, we leave him enough space, but he doesn't take it, so we keep our position of P8 here. Going on to the straight, we are in the DRS of him, in the slipstream, high ERS, not rich fuel mode though, we don't have any fuel left at all. But yeah, we go up the inside of him, into the corner here. Sainz and Kevin Magnussen are fighting up a little further up the road. Sainz gets past Kevin Magnussen as we now go behind him. We go wide there, massive mistake, and then the safety car is suddenly deployed for no apparent reason. But yeah, here we go, the race is about to start again. Green flags, we get off to a terrible restart. I believe the rear tyres are cold, which results in this. We just go very wide here. Now Daniel Ricciardo on the outside of us. Kind of like touches our left wheel though here, so he kind of drags us along or slows himself down so we don't just lose all that time to him. But because of the cold tyres again, we go wide, pushing Ricciardo wide as well, so his former teammate Sebastian Vettel, Ferrari driver, gets past us, which is a big frustration, of course, as I was hoping to maybe get past Kevin Magnussen as well. But now look at this up the road. We have a lapped car of Sergei Sirotkin, who takes out Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel is now out of the race with only 3 wheels left on the car, and we nearly suffered the same from Sergei Sirotkin. Yeah, Hamilton wins this race. We tried all we could to get past Kevin Magnussen, but it didn't work in the end. But still, we take home P7, our first points finish of the season. So far we've had P11 and a DNF. Lewis Hamilton wins the race with Bottas coming second and Raikkonen third. That's the podium for you. Very, very realistic podium, of course. It's only 3 races into a realistic car performance season. Almost no upgrades applied to any of the cars. Yeah, that was the results of this race. We moved up from 16th to 7th, and as Anthony Davidson says, we get driver of the day here. Stoffel Van Dorn, I believe, retired as well with engine trouble. Yeah, so he retired after Nico Hulkenberg. Let's see anyone else. Ricardo jumped up from 14th to 8th, and Sebastian Vettel almost did it as well. Yeah, we go to 10th in the championship with 6 points. Stoffel Van Dorn is last in the championship, is of course not good. The constructors, we move up to 7th with now 6 points. So that's the standings for you. Go in here. We should probably pick a rival by now. We have Science and Ocon to choose from. I choose to go for Ocon, as I feel like he's probably the slower of the two drivers, so it'll be easier to beat, because I don't want that hard of a challenge so early on in the season. But yeah, that's actually been it for this video, this episode of the career mode, and I shall hope to see you in the next episode tomorrow, Thursday, which would be Azerbaijan. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. So yeah, it's been Cats. Goodbye.